In this week's Sedra Mishpatim, we read about the various laws that regulate and govern the civil life of the Jewish people: economic matters, social responsibilities, damages, loans, courts. At first glance, these appear to be ordinary civil statutes, yet they are unique because at the very same time they are religious laws. The Torah introduces them with the words, "Ve'ela hamishpatim asher tasim lifneihem," and these are the laws that you shall place before them. Chazal state in the Gemara Gittin 88b, "Lifneihem v'lo lifnei akum," before them and not before non-Jewish courts. Even if a non-Jewish court would judge according to Jewish law, one may not bring a dispute before them, because these are not merely functional regulations, they are Torah. Rashi, citing the Mechilta, explains, Ma harishanim miSinai, af elu miSinai. Just as the earlier commandments were given at Sinai, so too these. And in the sharper language of the Mechilta, Ma elyonim miSinai, af tachtonim miSinai. Not only the lofty heavenly laws are from Sinai, but even the lower earthly and monetary laws are from Sinai. The laws of damages and loans are no less divine than the laws of Shabbos and Kashrus. Therefore, a dayan must be more than a legal technician. David HaMelech says in Tehillim, Mishpatei Hashem emes, the judgments of Hashem are truth. The purpose of a din Torah is not merely to give one party justice and the other defeat. It is to bring out truth, the truth of Torah. Chazal described the ideal ruling as din emes lamito, the truth in its fullest and deepest sense. There is a well-known story of the Maggid of Kuznets, may his merit protect us. A claim was brought against him that he owed a certain amount of money. According to the evidence presented, the judges ruled that he must pay. The Maggid complied, yet he was troubled. The Pasuk says in Tehillim, Elokim nitzav ba'adas kel. Hashem is present at a din Torah, and Hashem knows the truth. And I know the truth that I never owed this money. How can this be Torah's emes? It was revealed to the Maggid from heaven that his grandfather had owed that exact sum to this individual. The events unfolded in such a way that he now repaid his grandfather's debt. This is the meaning of Mishpatei Hashem emes, sadku yachtov. The judgments of Hashem are true. They are righteous together. Both litigants remain correct because the deeper truth has been revealed. Chazal teach in Gemara Shabbos 10a, Hadun din emes lamito nasa shutaf la'akadosh baruch hu b'ma'aseh bereishis. One who judges truthfully becomes a partner with the Holy One in the act of creation. Just as the Eibishter created the world initially with strict justice, with din, bereshis, bara elokim, and then combined justice with mercy, biyom asos Hashem elokim eretz v'shamayim, so too must a judge administer din together with rachamim. Rashi cites the Yerushalmi in Malkos that the Sanhedrin sat in the Lishkas Hagazis near the Mizbeach. This reminded them that their task was not merely to issue rulings, but to create peace, just as the Mizbeach creates peace between Israel and their Father in heaven. The Torah states in Devarim, V'amdu shnei anashim asher lahem hariv lifnei Hashem. The two men who have the dispute shall stand before Hashem. Litigants must feel that they are standing before Hashem. That awareness brings honesty. Chazal state in the Gemara Shabbos that the commencement of a din Torah was marked by the judges wrapping themselves in a talis. Rashi explains that they did so mitoch emas hashchina, because of the awe of the Shechina. Yehuda ben Taboy teaches in Pirkei Avos that when the litigants first stand before you, they should appear in your eyes as guilty. One should be wary of their claims. However, once they leave, and before the judges begin their deliberations, they must be regarded as upright and meritorious. The Tefer Shmuel, may his merit protect us, explains that the litigants live daily in an olam hasheker, a world that can be deceitful and filled with scheming, where self-interest often prevails. But when they enter a bezdin, they are no longer in that world. They are standing lifnei Hashem. The judges are wrapped in a talis, mitoch emas hashchina, and the atmosphere itself demands truth. That contrast is what requires compassion. They have stepped out of a deceitful world and into a world of awe. They have come seeking din emes, and the judge must recognize that and show rachmanus on them. We see a similar idea in Bikurim. Chazal in the third parak of Bikurim describe how the prominent people of Yerushalayim would come out with music to greet those bringing Bikurim. The farmer lives immersed in material existence, absorbed in the field and the struggle for livelihood. His hands are in the soil. His life is bound to the physical. Yet, when he sees the first fruit ripen, something awakens within him. He marks it as Bikurim and feels the distance from the Beis HaMikdash. He leaves his field, undertakes a long, difficult journey, and ascends to offer the fruit before Hashem. And the leaders of the city go out to greet him with music. Why such honor? Because for one so rooted in the material, that turning toward holiness is a profound elevation. The ascent from field to Migdash is not taken for granted, it is celebrated. So too, when a litigant leaves the marketplace of Olam HaSheker and enters Bezdin seeking Din Emes, that movement must be recognized. He has stepped out of a world of self-interest and into a world of awe. That ascent deserves dignity. The primary purpose of these laws is to bring peace and unity. The Torah states, Shvuas Hashem tiyeh ben shnehem. Rav David Tebel of Lissa, may his merit protect us, asks, why phrase it this way? The Torah should have simply said, Yishavah, he shall swear. Why emphasize that the oath stands between them? Because the shvuah is not merely procedural. It brings Hashem between the disputants. In the case of Moda b'Mixas, where the defendant is partially admitting the claim, where neither side is wholly false, the oath introduces gravity and humility. Perhaps now the plaintiff would consider that maybe he made a mistake or forgot that he had received partial payment. The oath prevents division from becoming rupture. Its purpose is not only din, but shalom. Similarly, Parshas Shkalim teaches that each Jew gives a machzis hashekel. No one gives a complete shekel, because no one stands complete alone. Each person is only a half. Wholeness emerges only through connection. When two parties stand opposed, each convinced of his own completeness, the Torah reminds them that they are halves. Hashem is placed bein shnehem, not to divide, but to balance and to make whole. The laws that shape our ordinary dealings are, in truth, rooted in the loftiest spiritual heights. For when din is weighed with tzedek, and Hashem stands bein shnehem, even conflict is sanctified. Divided halves are made whole, and shalom prevails. Shabbat shalom.